Good morning. It is Tuba Billy. It is cold. We got a freeze warning right now. I can see some frost over on the grass over there. My neck and chin are turning numb. Gotta have my visor cracked so I don't fog up. So my cheeks are going really cold. My fingers are good though, because I got my hand grips on, so that's good. But man, this weather, you can't make up its mind. We got up to like the almost 80 a couple of weeks ago, and last week. And now we're back down in the low 30s. I think it was even below 30. But it definitely makes it more exhilarating, I guess, to ride when you're shivering. I mean, I've got a bomber jacket and my riding jacket. Of course, my riding jacket is mesh, but it's big enough to fit a jacket underneath it. My leather jacket just, I mean, it finally gave up. I've had that since I got my first motorcycle in 2011. My pants are pretty thick, so I just got jeans on and my riding pants. But other than that, staying warm. I used to wear a not a baklava, it's like a neoprene face shield. And it's got a little flap that goes into your shirt to kind of block the wind, and it would definitely keep my face a lot warmer. However, when I did that, I couldn't turn my head. Like, it would kind of lock my head in, and I couldn't look. I'd have to like turn my whole body. So definitely not ideal. But it kept me warm, especially when I was riding in South Georgia. I mean, the roads there are just straight, flat. You can see for miles. So I wasn't too worried about that. Hello, sun. I wasn't too worried about looking too much once I got out of the city, out of the town. And so, it kept my face warm. Now I've got a beard, which helps a little bit, but it's not foolproof by any means. Oh, man, I can't see. Holy cow. There we go. Whew. This time change definitely moved the sun right into my face. Or it gets shifted when I go into the sun. Oh, man. But my journey to motorcycle warmth has been a long one. I would put a lot of layers on at first. Like, I had chaps. This was before I got these riding pants. I had chaps, and so I would wear my old Army waffle pants. So those are amazing. One of the best things I got from the Army. And I would wear those. Then I'd wear some windbreaker pants on top of those, and my chaps. And normal pants underneath all that. For my jacket, I had my leather jacket before I got this one, and it wasn't as roomy, but I would put this bomber jacket because it's thin. It's thinner, but it's warm. And if it got really cold, I would wear a hoodie and the bomber jacket. That made it kind of puffy. It felt like Ralphie's little brother. I can't put my arms down. It was harder to work the controls. Before I got the heated hand grips, I played around with different types of gloves. I'd buy gloves, test them out. They wouldn't work. I'd return them, buy different gloves, test them out. It wouldn't work. Return them. I finally found these Joe Rocket wind chill, I think is what they're called. They're good. I like it. But there does come a point where it just you're in right now I'm in 45 mile per hour wind in like 29 degree weather, and it's right on my fingers, so it still gets cold. I had originally gotten some handlebar muffs designed for an ATV, and I flipped them over and cut slits in the top so that it can go around the mirror. And so I could put it around, and then I made a little Velcro strap or cover to fill the slit, and that helped a little. It did constrict my hands, and at first, especially on the clutch side, the wind would blow so hard that it would actually push and engage the clutch. So that was not a good thing. And so I bought on Amazon, I bought one of those I don't know what it's called, guard things. It had a metal bracket and a Lexan cover, about that big, and it would just go right in front of your hands. Well, I didn't use the Lexan cover because I just thought that was weird, but I did use the metal guards to go in front of the levers, and that actually worked to keep the handlebar muffs off the levers. It worked really well. So that's what I used for a while, and I would only do that when it was really cold, just because it was, it did make it more constricting to use the controls and push all the buttons and everything. But then I was like, you know what, I need some heated hand grips. That would make it great. Oh, it's cold, and this is probably ice. Whew. Made it. So I got those, and man, have these made all the difference. Because if your fingertips are cold, it's uncomfortable. It's unbearable when your hands get numb. But now I can pretty much go and be comfortable. Now, if I was going on a really long ride, I would probably put something over my face at this point, because I don't know, well, it doesn't feel cold anymore. Maybe I just got to the point where it's numb. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole process that I've gone through. For feet, I do have some winter boots. They're Cabela's. I think they're called winter running shoes, but they're not shoes at all. They're kind of designed like tennis shoes. They have the slimmer. They're not bulky like boots, but they do have the thin insulation, whatever. They're pretty warm. I mean, I wore them while I was snow blowing in Wisconsin, and they kept my feet warm enough. But it hasn't gotten cold enough to really need that, and plus I'm not riding for 45 minutes to an hour to get to work anymore. So that's a good thing. Oh man, but anyway, I'm about to stop up here, get me some gasoline, because I'm just a few miles away from E, and I've already switched to my reserve tank. Oh, certainly hope this video worked, had audio, because I've been having issues lately. If not, sorry, this sucks. If it did, great. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, be excellent to each other. Tuba Billy signing out. God be with you till we meet again.